This week we are in a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. I've wanted to mess with one of these for a while. I've only got to drive one a little bit on pavement, so we got one for the week. We'll take it to Holopaw, take it on the Mud Puppy, flex out course, etc. Unfortunately, the only one that was available was a ragtop, and it sounds like I'm going down the highway in a tent. Moved the doors, the windshield, the roof from the Jeep, and is now lighter and more high performance. So the obvious thing to do is to test its donut spinning abilities. Pull out, run myself over. Oh, it's a donut machine now. It's a lightweight racing Jeep. Look, this wheel's starting to spin, but the brakes are kicking in like A-track. You feel it trying to get you unstuck using the brakes?
Yeah.
But it's not quite doing it. It's not Toyota A-track. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so put it in four-wheel low. A little bit of throttle. Wow! Go! It's moving. Should be a pretty easy job for it. Test out that bumper ball. Whole axle's just packed with mud. Set up 8 speed, just fucking putting the power down. Fucking gravy. Oh yeah! Oh, bump stops. Hit the berm.
You can just stick this out because we have no roof.
It's already ice-centered. It's so long! Now. All right. Whoa, hold you got.
Oh my god, look at that one.
Let's get a good view of this underbelly. One of those little pack of dirt. All right, cut it harder. Nice! Better on actual rocks. This sand stuff, it doesn't get that much grip. It needs different tires. There we go. Perfect, great. Someone recently started putting wood cutouts of random animals around Holopaw, and I'm a huge... Come farther away from yours. Nice.
Killing it.
Ford flexing.
got this.
Go ahead, get some gas. Stop. Take it easy. I'm not sure how good those hooks are. All right, let off the brake. Give it some throttle. Hit the gas.
Are you a rookie or not?
Hey, we don't need your help, man. We got it. We got it. Thank you. More throttle. Well, they drunk back there, also doing great.
Shut up, I'm fine.
Got Luca, the mad scientist, trying to do off-roading.
That's what she said.
Now I've done it before, so I can tell you how to do it. It's pretty easy. We'll start with the windshield. There are 4 bolts up here. One's kind of hidden back here. 1, and you flip this back. You gotta pop it out. 2, 3, 4. Same on the other side. Take those 4 bolts off. The windshield folds down. But before you do that, you gotta take your wipers off. You'll mess them up. The wipers are kind of press fit on here, so you take the 15mm bolts off and you just yank on them until they come off. I think that's sealed. I'll have sand in there. Anyway, so then that comes down and it folds and sits on here. You take 2 more Torx out here, take the whole windshield off. Doors are a similar thing. 2 Torx on the hinges, a 3rd Torx on the little arm that holds it, and then your harness is back here. You just pop this little guy off. This is like one of those fancy harnesses. You flick the red thing up, and then you press in on the gray connector, and that lets you rotate this white arm up, and you undo the harness. And then on here is a little strap. You undo that strappy, and then off goes the door. Unfortunately, use your mirrors. The rear is the same way on the hinges and the stopper. Slightly different connector. This connector is just you press the button right here, and you slide it down. Pretty gravy. The back window, it's pretty easy to take off. You just rip it off. Putting it back on may prove more difficult. Haven't done that yet. And then on the top, you fold the top all the way back, and you take out 4 bolts. There's a bolt there and a bolt there. have it, guys. Street mode to naked in about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Pretty damn sweet. Not a Jeep guy, but that's a Jeep thing and it's cool. So if you're like me, you're probably wondering, why does this Jeep Sport that doesn't have the max towing package come with a 4-pin and a 7-pin trailer plug? And that's because I think all of these Jeeps actually have a hitch. So there was a piece of plastic here, I cut it out, and there's a pretty nice size hitch down there. And if you get down here and look, it ties all the way into the frame in a lot of good spots. And it goes all the way across like a regular hitch. That's where you hook your chains. That's a pretty serious hitch. I wasn't able to really find any ratings on this. It's basically a bumper hitch, but it looks way better than any bumper hitch I've ever seen. So we're gonna throw a 2 5/16 ball in there and see if it'll tow the big red trailer. I don't know where all that dirt got in there from. 95! On 95! The roof's gonna get ripped off, no doors! But opinions on this truck, and I say truck meaning truck. Like, I didn't think this was a truck. I thought this was an SUV with a baby bed on it for some pansies to put mountain bikes in the back of. This thing is excellent in almost every way. It is not super daily drivable. Going through the car wash, water squirts in over the soft top, water squirts in on your leg, the door seals aren't great. Stuff like that make it hard to live with as a daily, especially this ragtop version. But the thing that makes this little truck great is that it has the ZF 8-speed transmission, which is the best transmission in the world. I have driven a ton of vehicles with that transmission, from BMW 2 Series to Rams to this to EcoDiesel. I mean, everything. That 8-speed transmission isn't everything for a reason. It is excellent. It is my favorite transmission, hands down. And it makes this little V6, which only has 285 horsepower, feel like a V8 almost. It doesn't sound like a V8, and most of you really only know what motors are by their sound, right? Like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Well, sound's pretty irrelevant. I mean, it's nice, but this thing pulls like a V8, and it's because of that excellent transmission. There's also a Magnuson supercharger for it that'll make 440 horsepower. So I'm literally considering getting one of these. Before I do that, I'm gonna have to get the hardtop version and see if the wind noise is as bad as this. I actually had a hardtop rental in California, and the wind noise was still pretty bad. The soft top's is unacceptable. It's cool. I like how versatile it is. It's really neat and designed interestingly to come off quick and stuff, but just too much noise in here on the highway, and I have a highway commute. If I don't buy one of these for a daily driver, I probably will buy one just as a toy.